What's going on, guys? Jessica here. Today we're going to talk about YouTube content creator burnout. Now, I know this is a reselling channel, so you guys are all here to hear me talk about reselling content or show you some garage sales or some estate sales or something like that. I assume that's what you guys are mostly always here for. So, but as you know, on Saturday I did not make a video. I just sat down to edit video and I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. My creative juices have not been flowing lately. I have not, I guess, been enjoying making YouTube content. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So this is a difficult video for me to make because I don't like to admit when I'm feeling burnt out with things, but I think that it happens to every YouTube content creator at some point in their journey with making YouTube videos. Whether you are in your first 6 months, your first year, or even 10 years into it, everybody has that wall and at some point they hit it. It happens with everything. It happens with for me, my job is reselling and making YouTube content. It could be YouTube, it could be reselling, it could be whatever job that you work. Even my last job when I worked for the government, I was an aircraft mechanic. I got burnt out. I got burnt out so badly that I started pushing myself really, really hard into reselling and starting the YouTube channel so that I could stop doing that because I was so unhappy. Had hit that wall. It was a career that I greatly enjoyed when I first started doing it. And it was something that I'll never forget. It was an incredible experience. I got to walk on the wings of military jets. Who gets to do that? Not that many people. I mean, there's a lot of mechanics out there, but the average person doesn't get to do something like that in their lifetime. And it's something that I really appreciate and that I really loved and that I will never ever forget it. It was an incredible experience. Unfortunately, due to burnout and physical pain because I have a bad back and bad knees and arthritis and bad discs and all the whole 9 yards. I could go off on a tangent on that, but I won't. That forced me to the point that I couldn't do it anymore. So when it comes to YouTube, I'm slowly starting to feel that a little bit. I don't know if there's just so much going on in my life right now with reselling, doing live auctions, doing YouTube, technically we have 3 booths. They occupy this, one big one occupies the space of 2. So it's a lot to keep up with. We also have storage units. Sometimes we buy storage units. Zena has a full-time job. If you guys are not familiar, my partner Zena does work a full-time job. She works like 50 to sometimes 60 hours a week, depending on the week and the workload. So it's a lot and we're trying to keep up with things. So all of that starts weighing on your mind. You know, you're trying to cram as much as you can into the weekend when she has time off, but then there's that guilty feeling of it's her weekend off, you know, like she shouldn't have to help with these things, but it's just like, how do I keep up all on my own? So she volunteers to help me with things and that's awesome. So I at least have that going for me. I, of course, have the support of all of my regular viewers. We have a great friend group that's very supportive. So we have that, but it's still very easy to fall into that burnout. I need to feel creative again. It's not that I don't like making YouTube videos. It's just that it's starting to feel a little monotonous. Like, oh, we got to go to garage sales. We got to get some stuff. We got to film it, which God's honest truth, filming while you're at yard sales kind of makes it not as fun because you don't get to just go and be free. I'm having to wear a chest harness, you know, to hold a camera and it's uncomfortable. And then people are looking at you because you've got a camera hanging off your chest and they're like, what are you doing? You know, so it kind of keeps you on edge. We did take a weekend off of filming and we just went yard sailing without a camera. And we found amazing stuff. And I was like, man, I wish I had caught that on camera. But it was so freeing to just go and do and be ourselves and not think about that. I'm not going to quit YouTube anytime soon. That is not what I'm alluding to. I just wanted to talk a little bit about burnout and what it feels like. I feel like also another factor is YouTube does not bring a lot of money in. So the amount of time that is being put into YouTube compared to the amount of money that is coming in, it doesn't make sense financially when it comes to paying bills and making a living. It does not make sense right now. Again, I'm not quitting YouTube. I'm just letting you guys know that unless you have 10,000 or more, probably, this is total guess. I would guess at the 10,000 mark when it comes to subscribers, you finally start to see more steady income coming from YouTube. Right now, I'm lucky if I make like $300-ish a month, and that's lucky. So that's, I've been doing this for 2.5 years. I made my very first video. I posted my very first video to YouTube on November 4th of 2022. It is May of 2025 right now. So I've been doing this for about 2.5 years. And I think I've been paid by YouTube 4 times, 5 times. It's a lot of videos to make such a small amount of money. So if you consider that factor, also that kind of is starting to weigh on my mind personally, and I imagine that weighs on a lot of people's minds, and that's a lot of the reason why so many people start a YouTube channel and then quit very quickly, because they realize that these YouTubers who have these huge channels, massive channels, they're making a lot of money. They are. That's just a fact of the matter. They're making a lot of money, and of course, a lot of money is totally relative to your living situation and how you equate, time and money and things like that. So everybody's idea of a lot of money is different. To me, $100 is a lot of money, honestly. So I guess by that analogy, I am making a lot of money on YouTube. But when you compare the hours that I'm putting in to make that amount of money, it's really not. So I hope I'm not repeating myself a lot, but I'm just trying to just kind of have a stream of consciousness and give you guys my thoughts as they come to me. It's just, burnout is real, and it really can take a toll on you mentally. I did have a day last week that was really tough. It was a weekend day. I honestly don't remember what all was going on that day, but I just felt really under pressure. And Xena had no idea that I was really in my head. I'm one of those people that when I feel an emotion, I really feel it deeply. And out of nowhere, I just started to feel that same feeling I felt right before I quit my government job. I felt like I just had to give it up. I just had to give up everything. I needed to give up reselling. I needed to give up YouTube. I needed to give up our booths. I needed to give up the dollar auction. I needed to give up all these things and just go back to a regular 9-to-5 job so that when I was done with work for the day, I could come home and mentally relax. Sometimes I have that thought and then I shake it and go, but you couldn't get up when you want, but you couldn't make your own schedule, but you couldn't just take the day off if you're sick and not have to worry about it. So there are a lot of benefits to the way that I do life and the way that I make my money, but there's also a lot of work that comes with it and a lot of mental stress and, all of those factors that come in with it. So I'm not making this video by any means to get any sympathy from anybody. Please do not think that. I'm not looking for you guys to say, oh, I'm so sorry or anything like that. If you do, you do, but that's not what I'm looking for. I'm just trying to give a little bit of clarity of where I am. Those of you who watch this channel regularly, I really, really greatly appreciate you. And all the nice comments that you leave, I really appreciate them. There are some of you who have been around since day one, and that says a lot. That's 2.5 years of you guys, some of you guys, commenting on every single video. And to me, that is awesome. And that's another reason why I'm not ready to give up on YouTube. I'm just not. Because I kind of feel like, even though I have not met most of you, there are very, very, maybe 2 or 3 people from YouTube that I've actually met in person that wasn't at like a reseller event or something that I've just randomly bumped into in public. Maybe 5, could be as many as 5, but it's so very few. So it's just, you still feel that connection though to people who you have answered, responded to their comments on YouTube. You feel that connection to those people, whether you even know what they look like. Do you know what I mean? So it's just kind of like, not that I owe it to anybody to make these videos, but part of me feels like I would let some people down, and I just can't. I can't handle letting people down. I just can't. It hurts my heart. It's making me emotional to even talk about that. Like I said, I'm a person who, when I have an emotion, I have it very deeply. For example, some friends of ours, when we were in Nebraska recently for the Plains to Profit reseller meetup, we were at the final dinner for the event, and Zena, my mom, who came to the reseller event, and myself were sitting with Happy Heart Treasures, Grams and Pops Vintage, Alicia the Inked Picker, and I think there maybe was somebody else just really close at the next table over. And we got to talking, and for some reason, Donna was sitting next to me, and she and I were talking, and, everybody else was kind of mingling and things and talking, and the topic of how much we care for each other came up. And I was like, I just love you guys so much. And I just started pouring tears. And Donna was like, oh my gosh, don't cry. Why are you crying? And I was like, it's just that I don't think that people understand when I love them, how much I love them and how much I do care about them. You can see I'm getting emotional just talking about it, because that small group of friends that we have, we're that tight. Like, we love each other. We care about each other. We support each other. We talk on a regular, everyday basis. So they've become a very big part of my life. So when it comes to YouTube, I kind of feel those emotions like I'm having right now. I feel like an idiot, but I just feel that I don't want to let anybody down. So I've been trying to figure out, what am I going to do about this burnout feeling? What do I do? Do I drop YouTube? Do I slow down on YouTube? Do I make less videos, make one a week? Do I do one live a week? Just a live where I just sit and chit chat with everybody and answer questions, or, we just chat and have a good time, and then make a regular reseller video? Do we do that? Do I change my reselling format? Do I stop doing the sourcing videos, which I know so many of you absolutely love? Do I stop doing that? Or do I, keep doing it because that's what you guys love? I don't know. I just don't know what to do. I feel like I'm kind of talking in circles too. I tend to ramble a little bit, but I don't know. It's a lot to think about. I've talked to Zena about it multiple times. She's very supportive in whatever I decide to do. She's very supportive. She always has been. She always says, you do what is going to work for you, but we've got to figure something out, because, I have too many irons in the fire. You guys know the old saying, you've got too many irons in the fire. That's me right now. I have too many irons in the fire. I have timed obligations for certain things. So I know that they have to be done by this day and by this time. So I have to get that done. But I'm also putting off eBay. I'm putting off my eBay. I am listing next to nothing on eBay every week, because I'm putting so much time and effort into these other things that have to be done by this day, by this time. So I'm kind of, I don't want to say putting myself in a hole, but I'm holding my potential back. I could be making more money. I could be putting more effort into YouTube. I could be putting a lot more effort into eBay and making more money that way. But I just don't have time right now. We want to be able to do more storage units. We love cleaning out storage units. We do not like big units. You guys have seen from our videos, we enjoy the small units. They're easy to clean out. It's not a lot of stuff to process. We do not have the space to process a huge unit. We just don't. You've seen we do not buy units that have large furniture in them. We bought one with a mattress once by mistake. Luckily, somebody who worked at the facility needed a bed, and we were able to gift that bed to that person. And not only did it make their day and make their life a lot easier, it made our life a lot easier. So it was an awesome thing that just happened to happen that way. So we got extremely lucky in that instance. But with it being just me, and I say just me, I know Zena does help on the weekends, and sometimes she does a little bit at night too, after work, if she can, but it's mostly a one-person operation for the most part. Just because, like I said, Zena works that long work week every week. So it's just a lot. So we've got to figure out what can we change that will kind of end the burnout feel and kind of reboost and restart things and get going again, and have that energy that I had when I first started reselling and when I first started doing YouTube. What do I do? I'm open to suggestions. If you guys want to leave suggestions in the comments, that's fine. Will I take them all? No, you guys know that. I can only take so many suggestions, but and put them into effect. But I mean, I don't know. It's a lot to think about. It's really been weighing on me a lot, which is why I skipped Saturday's video. I just sat down at the desk to edit, and I was just like, I can't do it. I don't want to do it. And I didn't. I finally found my Nintendo Switch after our move. You guys know we bought a house in October, so we're still trying to unpack house. Finally found my Nintendo Switch. I sat down and played a video game for the first time in 6 months probably. So, and I didn't spend much time doing it because I had other things that needed to get done. So, but that kind of happened today as well. And that's why I'm making this video, because the burnout is real. I'm feeling it. I'm really like in the depths of it right now. And I sat down at the computer to start making a garage sale video and just sat there and started scrolling on YouTube, watching YouTube shorts, scroll. Next thing I knew, it had been an hour. I sat there for an hour because I was avoiding making a garage sale video. I love watching garage sale videos. I love watching Goodwill bins videos. I love watching storage locker cleanouts. Making the videos is sometimes really fun. If I am in a great mood and I'm in a good headspace and we found really cool stuff, it makes it more fun. But you can't find those bangers every single time. It is not possible. Every yard sale you go to, you're not going to find something amazing. But there's, in turn, there's all these cool things that you guys have been seeing us find. We show all these cool things in the videos, and a lot of them are just sitting here. Like I keep looking off to the side. It's because there are 2 Stephen King books that I just found like 2 weeks ago that are worth like $100 a piece, and they're still sitting there. They haven't been listed yet. Why? Because I don't have time. I just don't have time. It's part of it. So I've got to rein it back in. Find a way to focus on things. Try to regulate my ADHD, because let's be real, I obviously have ADHD. I can't focus task to task. This video is probably a testament to the fact that I can't keep on topic. I've gone round and round here. I've hit all the major points. I've gone back and forth between them because of the ADHD. And now I'm talking about ADHD. Why? Because I have ADHD. So, I think that might be kind of a common thread with a lot of resellers, it seems. It seems like a lot of people that I know that are full-time resellers or even part-time resellers and even have YouTube channels have ADHD. So, seems to be a common thing. But, yeah, so trying to deal with that all at the same time, staying on task is very difficult for me. The dog can bark and I'm off and doing something else, because something else will all, shiny. I see this. That's just how it works. So, but yeah, the burnout it's been tough. It's been a really emotional draw on me. And like I said, I'm not trying to get any sympathy from anybody. I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about burnout and I guess explain myself, why I missed a video and why I'm not putting out a garage sale video this week. What will this next video bring? I'm not sure. I would love to go to the bins. I don't know if we have time. I would love to make another bins video. It's been a while since we've been there, and I miss it. So maybe we can squeeze that in. I don't know. I have no idea what the next video will be. Maybe it'll be me sitting here talking to you guys again. Hopefully you won't all unsubscribe, but hopefully some of you who are watching this and have never met me, my name is Jessica. I don't know if I ever said that, but so myself and my partner have this channel together. It's really my channel, and she's a cameo in it all the time and helps in a lot of them. So See that squirrel moment there? I just went on to something else. But so burnout, burnout, burnout. I sound like Happy Heart Treasures. They did a live like a week or so ago and they talked about burnout. And they would get off on topic because we'd all start chatting. And Steve would just say, so back to burnout. About burnout. That's how I'm feeling right now. Yeah. I really honestly, I don't know what else to say. I've probably covered most everything. I did not really have a plan for this video. I really just sat down and started talking. So, yeah, if you're a YouTuber and you have felt the burnout from YouTube, let me know. I'm curious. How did you deal with it? Did you recover from it? Are you still making videos even? Did you just change your schedule a little? Do one less video a week or something like that? Do you go to once every 2 weeks? How did it affect your channel if that's something that you have dealt with? Reseller burnout. If you're a reseller and you do what I do for a living, how do you handle the burnout from it? I feel like every time I get really burnt out, I start something new, and then that's another iron in the fire, and in turn, it's exciting at first, but it actually makes everything worse. So, trying to figure that out. Honestly, I wasn't going to say this, but I'm going to. I've been seriously considering closing our booths. I've actually considered quitting YouTube, but like I said, I'm not going to quit YouTube yet. I'm not ready to quit YouTube yet. I feel like I'm just going through a growing pain right now, and I'll get past it. The booth, on the other hand, financially, I don't know if it's right. I feel like we're not making enough money doing it. We're kind of scraping by when it comes to the booth. That's by no fault of the people who run the booth. Absolutely no fault of theirs. It's totally partly mine and Zena's fault because we don't have time to take care of it as well as we should. We don't have time to get items priced. I looked over there because our inventory is over there that needs to be priced and put into the booth. But you also have stuff that's been sitting in there. So what do you do with the stuff that's been sitting so long? Normally you purge it. So what do I do? You know, like there's just a nonstop swirl in my head, causing this burnout. There's just all these things going on. What do I do about this? What do I do about that? What do I do about that? And I will sit and think and think and think on these things. And I think that's what's leading to the burnout. So I have to figure it out. It's really tough decision. How do I handle it? So, like I said, I'm open to suggestions. You never know. Maybe one of you will say something that will make just a light bulb turn on in my head, and I will think, oh my gosh, that could be a solution, So totally open to it. But yeah, I guess I'm just going to end it here because I feel like I'm literally going in circles. This video is over 20 minutes long at this point. So, hope you guys like my t-shirt. If you're not a viral podcast listener and you're curious, go watch them if you're okay with some like crass language, very crass adult language. It is not for kids, but it's one of my biggest stress reliefs is to watch and listen to them and just laugh hysterically. Good old Chelsea here is another Oklahoma girl from Thackerville, Oklahoma, right on the border. So that kind of drew me to them. But anyways, I could get off on a tangent on them as well. But like I said, don't go watch their stuff if you have a problem with vulgar humor. For me, it's a stress relief. So, and I enjoy them. They're very open and just say whatever they're thinking. And that's something I struggle with too, because I worry about what people are going to think about me if I just say what I normally say when I'm not on camera. So, not saying that I'm fake on camera. I just try to mind my P's and Q's because my family's watching, my nephew's watching, and I got to think about that stuff. I know some of you guys probably watch with your kids too. So anyways, on another tangent, not even talking about burnout. Anyways, I guess that's it, guys. I appreciate you hanging out with me. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. What are your suggestions? What would you like to see more of? Are you diehard on you or only here to see the garage sales, estate sales, Goodwill bins, all the sourcing stuff? Do you like order pulls? I could do an order pull video. I don't mind them. I just don't have many orders to pull lately because I haven't been able to haven't had the time to list on eBay, and I need to make time for that because that is very important. So anyways, enough rambling. I feel like I've said that a million times on this channel. Enough rambling. But I guess I'm going to let you guys go. I appreciate you. I do care about you guys. That's why I'm not letting this go yet. So burnout sucks. It is a real thing. Like I said, it happens to everyone. So with that, I'm going to let you guys go. I appreciate you. If you would, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And if you know somebody else who's dealing with burnout and might be feeling the way I'm feeling, and you think they might be interested in hearing what I have to say or have a suggestion for me, please share this video with them. It helps us out greatly as far as the channel. Liking, subscribing, sharing videos, downloading videos, all of that helps us out a lot. And we absolutely do appreciate it. So anyway, guys, love you so much. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.